this evening to celebrate the written word and to celebrate an adventure started by two beautiful, talented, and loved and loving women. And we are honored to be in your presence, and we are honored to be invited to the first ever book signing by a Pulitzer Prize almost winning author, Dawn Verheeg. We are, on behalf of the rest of the peeps, Team DawnKelly, we are honored to be here.
Kelly and I always train together on Saturdays and Sundays, but we decided to go on a Wednesday morning swim at Lake Winnebago and a little run at High Cliff State Park. Okay, so here it is. It was the end of August when we hit the beach at 5:30 in the morning. Those shorter days people speak of were terribly evident that morning. I arrived a bit early, so I made the trek to an unlit bathroom. This dark and eerie bathroom experience was followed by a terrifying sprint back to the parking lot where Kelly and I gathered. Without skipping a beat, Kelly looked at me and said, "This was all your idea." It was really dark out. I'll admit it wasn't one of my best. It was dark, it was windy, the water was wavy with white caps. The scene was straight out of a horror film. The sounds of the wind through the trees and the waves hitting the shore and the strange color of the morning screamed, "You are not going to get out of this mess alive." An odd sense of humor brought tears of laughter to the situation, and who wouldn't laugh at two amateurs trying to dolphin dive into 4-foot waves in what seemed to be the middle of the night. We were tossed and turned around in our own makeshift swim course and certainly swallowed more of Lake Winnebago water than my daily requirement of 64 ounces. And just when we got comfortable with the turbulence, the vultures moved in. After a couple more dolphin dives and near-death experiences, Kelly looked up to address the large birds, saying in her best bird voice, "Vultures were flying overhead thinking, brilliant. Two idiots decided to swim in a hurricane in the dark of the night. Lunch is served." We made it out of the lake with enough gumption to hit the trails for a run. The vultures and the waves couldn't bring us down that fateful Wednesday, and as you can see, we are still alive. What we may not survive is the draft fest called Race the Lake. It's just around the corner. That's it. And then some douchebag that was a volunteer on like the 16 miles back was like, he was like, "You better hurry up, you're running out of time." And I was like, "I know."
You touched your wetsuit since Ironman?
One time.
One time.
With you.
One time. We basically, after the day, which was September whatever, the bike came back, got put on a wall, the wetsuit got put on a hanger in the garage, and it was never looked at, touched, or used again until just 2 weeks ago. Fantastic. Favorite part of my day was, allow me to elaborate, was after a long hard swim, where we planned to do this together. We planned to stay together for 17 hours, but apparently with 2,000 people swimming, it's hard to do, and they all look the same because they're all in this damn black wetsuit. So I don't see Dawn during the swim at all. I get on the bike, and there was a screw up. Somehow, we were going to wait together, but you were gone, or I thought, oh shit, I have to go. Okay, great. So the bike ride, which should have been 8 hours of us together, was 8 hours alone in a hot sun, 112 miles, and it just sucked. And the whole 112 miles, I'm thinking, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. There's no way I'm going to do this run. I'm just going through my mind thinking what I'm going to tell people like you who are waiting, or you've got all the dogs and the kids there. How am I going to tell people I'm out? I don't want to do this stupid marathon. I'm tired, I'm hot, I'm done. So I get about a mile, about 111 miles, and realize you're a mile ahead of me. That's it. In 3 minutes I'm going to see you. Yay. And I get off my bike, which was the best feeling ever. I walk in, well, not really walk, just kind of hobble into the transition, and I see you across the room, and it was like star-crossed lovers. There she is! Dawn, she's Kelly Jansen! I said, Dawn! And we run, and we hug. And that was it. Let's go run 26 miles. Perfect. I'm fantastic. Yeah. Let's get my shoes on, tied, done, and it was the best marathon I've ever done.
I saw yellow. That was me too, by far.
Best moment.
What advice would you give to people considering doing an Ironman?
Don't do it alone.
Yeah.
not fun.
Have fun with it. Do not take it seriously because Jesus Christ, you know.
You're not going to win.
Yeah, you'll never win. Go have fun with it and have... If you do not have enough cool memories to write a book with, then somewhere you screwed up. Because that's that book full of all of the ridiculous inside jokes and all of the memories that we have, that is worth more than crossing the finish line to me. That it's everything that we did prior to the day. The day was just a little bonus.
That was the end of the story.
Well, we're really proud of you guys.
Mile 22, mile 23, mile 24. 2 miles to go. And this is me quoting, I wish we only had 1 mile to go. I could no longer run, shuffle, or jog. Walking was our favorite form of movement at that time. And being only 11:15 p.m., we had plenty of time to walk our Ironman asses to that elusive finish line. It was dark, it was late, and there was the Capitol. Over and over again, we heard just 2 more right turns, then a left into the finish line. We heard the music, we heard the cheers, and we had just 0.5 miles to go. Although our marathon was filled with a lot of silence, TeamDawnKelly was on the same page. And this is when Kelly looked to me and said, "It's time to smile now." We made the first right turn, 1 more block. We made the second right turn, and the smiles were no longer forced. And this is the feeling that will forever be indescribable and unforgettable. There were people, thousands of people. There were lights, hundreds of bright lights. These people and TeamDawnKelly fans were not going to let us finish without the proper greeting. Again, Kelly turned to me and said, "Should we run?" And we did.
Come on, guys, let's go! You got it!
Go!
All right,
Go!
here comes Kelly Jensen and Dawn Vanderhey, both first-timers.
Woo!
We ran our Ironman asses down that finish chute, and it was so loud. It was amazing. Kelly was giving high fives, and I threw my arms up in the air. If we could have, we would have sat in that finish line chute for an eternity. We are Ironmen at that very moment, and we will be Ironmen from every moment on.
Kelly and Dawn.
Yay!
Right here. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
TeamDawnKelly trained for a 17-hour Ironman finish, and that was what we got. Actually, we might consider ourselves a bit speedy because we finished in 16 hours and 41 minutes. We got the best part of the day and the best part of our fans standing in those bleachers. We were star quarterbacks coming onto the field, and no one will ever take that away from us.
It was about as perfect an experience as we could have asked for.
We don't want to do it again.
Why mess with it?